What's up, guys? Matt with Unshackled Truth back at you again with some more breaking, fresh news. Uh, apparently, people in Gary, Indiana, has been without power for weeks and has not had any disaster aid or emergency aid from our lovely federal government. You know why? Because Donald Trump had his regime reappropriate the money to other stuff like our military that's not winning a war that he started to cover up his sex crimes to get people another distraction. How much longer is the people going to lay down and take this work from this administration and this government and realize that the government is out to sell the people out and turn their backs against them? There's no rich and there should be no judge between rich and poor. He's cut off all access of emergency disaster relief to the poor, and his supporters can say they didn't all they want. Why hasn't the Gary, Indiana people received disaster aid then? Because he's cut it off. He's saying the minority people are not worthy of help because I guess because we depend on the government for certain things because we struggle in life. We wasn't born with a golden spoon like him. He was born to a real estate dad who had money that gave him a step up in life. A lot of us who are from the hood like myself, I might be from a white hood or I grew up in the streets of Cincinnati, but I lived all over the place. I was in institutions as a kid. I was in behavioral institutions and mental health institutions and stuff. So I lived in Dayton, Ohio. I've lived in Indianapolis, Indiana. I've lived in Huber Heights. I've lived in Fairborn, Ohio. Currently I live in Hamilton, Ohio, and I lived here for the past 30 years, and I like it. But my roots are in Cincinnati. I was born and raised in Price Hill in Cincinnati, so I know what it's like to struggle, bouncing from having to move from home to home, being put with different family members because your parents couldn't afford to raise you and they had to go homeless themselves. Yeah, I've had the milkman knock on my door and leave cheese and eggs and stuff. So yeah, I know what it's like to be poor. I work a full-time job. And that's the reason I got what I got now. I'm not rich by any means. I'm struggling at right now as we speak. It costs us an arm and a leg at the grocery store, me and my family. But this administration and this current administration thinks that poor and middle class people shouldn't have any help. That we should just deal with whatever comes our way, even disaster relief. Our federal taxes pay for that. When people work, the middle class people work, them federal taxes that come out of your dollars, it goes to programs like that. And he's got to get Congress's approval to do that. And he's doing it on his own, thinking he's a king. He's not. He's a fat McDonald's eating dude. I can't wait until God takes him under. I don't like the dude at all. He's a piece of garbage. I can't wait until his old age catches up with him and he croaks over. I hope it happens on national television. But yeah, get this video out there. The American people need to stand up and start taking a look at the Declaration of Independence and read what it's telling you to do.